Let's have a look at the grid for your Senior X30 final. Lucas Ellingham, already champion in this category, starts this race from pole position. Tyler Reid joins him on the front row. Sam Heading and Oliver Henwood start on row 2. Christian Brooks and Harvey Ryby start on the third row of the grid. Alex Moody and Jude Fernahoe are on row 4. Jake Yanagasawa and Daniel Hackett on row 5. Louis Johnston-Cool and Alex Johnston start there on row 6. Alex Keynes and Nathan Amos row 7. Thomas Byrne and Hugo Gilbert row 8. Vishal Patel and Jensen Buckingham on the 9th row of the grid. We'll find Cameron Coombs and Brandon Matchell on row 10. Archie Forbin, Scott Smith on row 11. Benjamin Watts and Harrison Pugh on the 12th row of the grid. Martin Auger and Thomas Massarello on row 13. Benjamin Southgate and Stephanie Hobika on row 14. Ben McDowell and Ty Stansfield on row 15. Mason Weir and Matthew Herbert on row 16. And Alice Bourget, we've not seen outside on the circuit today, would be due to start 33rd, but I don't think will be on the grid for this one. And as we say, we already know that Lucas Ellingham is champion in this one. He's got 1,062 points on the scoreboard already. That's with drops applied. He's actually got another 100 points in his back pocket. That's currently counting as drop scores, like his scores for today, really. And then the next driver is Nathan Ames of 959. And his total at the moment across all rounds is 1,139.
Points. Yeah, you're looking at points.
I am.
What we thinking?
Well, we already know with this one that,
okay, fair enough.
that Lucas Ellingham's got it.
Okay, yeah, of course. But what about second, third, fourth?
Second, third, I mean, Nathan Amos has a good hold on second at the moment. Yeah, he had that not so good second heat result where he retired, didn't he? So he's going to have to work his way through the order here and be careful going offline as well. Archie Forber, where is Archie starting this race from in the 14? Well, he's a fair way down the order as well. It seems to be the thing today with the battle for second place that I think Lucas Ellingham probably would have taken the title with these results anyway, but that battle for second place, there's a lot of karts and drivers faltering so far today.
Don't accelerate too soon. Get into the tram lines a lot better. Green flag. Here we go then for the Senior X30 final. And again, that just shows you the temperature in these tyres. He couldn't do it, and clouting through the barrier.
It's gone for
a second time of asking. That's Tyler Reid once again.
Yeah. So Tyler Reid out of the race. He tried to make a big block across to Lucas Ellingham off the front row, but it's not served him well, and Lucas Ellingham will lead down through Ashby Corner then. See Sam Heading and Oliver Henwood fighting in amongst there, and a great start for Nathan Amos. He's up the inside, he's going for that second place in the championship. He's scything his way through the order, past the 44, past the 53 of Daniel Hackett and Jude Fernahoe. What a start for Nathan Ames.
Yep, great start then from this group of drivers as they'll go through again. We're near the end of the first lap already, and as drivers they are starting to look like they're squirreling a bit as they put the power down out of some of these corners, and that's going to make it very interesting as this race progresses, because there's still a lot of time left to go on it. Under 7 minutes to go of it already as they go up into the Christmas corner. 44 going for a dive. Daniel Hackett on Jake Yakasanawa there, moving into fourth place. Gets that move done, but Ellingham leading from Henwood, and Alex Moody still there in third place.
You asked about second place here. If Nathan Amos can keep going, he could secure second place today. We've already seen the championship be decided as... oh no, and Ellingham's in trouble! Ellingham's in trouble! Whoa, my goodness me, is he going again now? Was it a momentary blip? I think it was. And he's now behind Nathan Ames. Well, what happened there to Lucas Ellingham's JDR kart? It just seemed to falter for a few moments. No, he's stopping again. He's out of the race. Well, my goodness me, it's a good job that he got the points earlier in the day, because bad luck has struck our champion here in the final.
Let's hope your maths has been fully correct. Because obviously all those it's still provisional until we get final calculations of it, but if you're confident, I'm happy. So there we go, 6 minutes to go. And yeah, this is starting to be very interesting conditions out there. And that kart has been quick all day, and right now it just went pop and no more out of me, I think. So, yeah, disaster over there. There's Nathan Ames. I think he's made another move there, and he's closing in. We'll see what he does when he crosses the line. I think he's now P3. He is indeed, because Alex Moody has lost 2 positions and has gone down into P4. What does that mean now?
Well, Nathan Ames is, I mean, he's up to, what is that now? That's going to be 1,086 points. Yeah, he needs one more position, and he's got second place. As out of the race goes another one of the JDR drivers. It's Jude Fernehoe, so not a good race for JDR at all here. Where's Archie Forber in all of this? He's up to 21st. This is very much a dropped score, a dropped round today from Archie. Just to explain, because obviously we've had some rounds which are 3 heats, some rounds which are 2 heats. The dropped scores are the full complete round.
Yeah.
So the result of either your 2 heats and a final, or your 3 heats and a final, because there's still the max number of points that you can score across a round, irrespective of which format we're running. So it's the complete round that gets dropped when we talk about that. That's down the inside of Daniel Hackett goes Sam Heading for second place. He's finding some grip out there. Lap times not too bad at the moment, in the 49s and 50s.
Yeah, obviously a lot slower than what they were doing before. You know, we were in like 46s, 47s around that area, so we are very much slower. So I'm guessing the track is a little bit more slick out there now. But like I say, very pretty scenes here from Whilton Mill. And yeah, thoroughly enjoying the racing. I'm sure the drivers who are out there freezing cold are not fully enjoying it as much as they would like to be. But they're out there gaining themselves some points. Oliver Henwood leading the way then. There he is, screeching past your spot. There's second place Sam Heading, who's really found some waft. That last lap, 1.3 seconds out of the lead from Oliver Henwood. It was a 48.8 compared to the 50.2 from Oliver Henwood. Gap 3 seconds. Ooh, we could have a battle for the lead in a couple of laps.
We could do indeed. It's all about slip angles, I feel, these conditions, because I know there was a question in on the chat. Are they on slicks or wets? Nope, they are all on slicks, and they're fully drifting the karts around at the moment. Because the grip levels, especially on the front axle, is not too bad at the moment. You've got to get those slip angles on the tyres, keep generating the heat in the rubber. Christian Brooks has got past Daniel Hackett for third place. Louis Johnston-Cools had a good lap there, as well as gained 2 positions ahead of both of the Alexes, Alex Keynes and Alex Moody. Alex Johnston also charging hard, and Alex Johnston looking to be the second highest rookie in this senior category, moved up from juniors last year. But look at the level of the snow coming down now. It is settling on the grass.
That's a lovely shot, that, isn't it?
It is.
That's a Christmas card. Picture that.
Oh, we've still got another round of this to go.
I know.
It could be like this in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, dear me. It's lovely. Update on the gap then for our race leaders. It's less than a second now. It took nearly another second out, and that's a Dan Holland Racing driver who's running away from his kart. Not sure where he's running from, though, and I'm not sure who that is. There is the battle for the lead then. So the unsuspecting Oliver Henwood, who's been leading this race comfortably all the way throughout, under braking just there. Did you see the gap that Sam Heading got to close there? Is Sam on wets?
I was going to say, there's a comment on the chat saying the lead is on wets, everybody else is on slicks.
I think he is, because he just danced around them there. I think Sam Heading is on wet tyres.
And if we can get if Johnny can get a good shot of that and try and see if there's a tread pattern on those. It's always tricky when they're spinning around.
I think he's on slicks.
Yeah, no, I think the number 7 is on slicks. The kart behind, there's a question of whether the 17 is on wet tyres or not, so this one could swing back and forth.
I think it's definitely wets for the last race of the day. Because it's looking very slick out there with them. Actually, no, it's wet.
That's a wet.
That is wet. Okay, so maybe it's not, or maybe it is wet. Maybe it's now starting to come in, because that snow's really coming down now. I reckon it's taken all race for it finally to come into play. But
I'm going to put another theory in here. Is that a wet that's been used and abused in the first part of this race and is now effectively a slick?
Well,
the tread looked quite low to me on Oliver Henwood's, especially on the rear axle. And that's the problem now, is if he's lost tyre temperature, he will not be able to get it back, and the slippery surface, well, yes, the slippery surface flag is out. I don't think somehow that's needed today. I think the drivers are aware. 20 seconds on the timer to go. Sam Heading is brilliantly piloting, and there is a kart off there at turn 2. Is it Brandon Matchell? I don't think I've seen Brandon Matchell come round for a while. Stephanie Hobiek has had a slow lap as well. And
he's got changed back.
He's changed back.
Yeah, wets are coming into play now. Oh no, and he's gone straight off. Straight on at Christmas Corner. He gets back onto the circuit. He'll be okay because he's got the wet tyres on. But Sam Heading, he didn't come around. So the track has definitely started to get slower out there. The lap times are tumbling. People are doing 106s, 108s now across the line. So a stroke of genius from Oliver Henwood has managed to keep the wet tyres good enough to last all race. And now they're coming into play on the final lap.
It's now settling on the circuit, is what I'm hearing in my ears. Nathan Amos, I think, was coming through in all of that as well. It's chaos out there. I mean, if you're in the next race, the final race of the day, it's got to be wet tyres. Look at it now. It really is settling out there. This is remarkable stuff. The last lap board is out for the Senior X30 final. Half the grid, at least half the grid, are on slicks. The snow is really bucketing down here now at Whilton Mill. Ollie Henwood has the lead. Nathan Amos is up to second. Daniel Hackett is up to third.
But his nose cone.
Is his nose cone down?
It looks like it's wobbling around.
He did a big grass cutting job through Boxing Day last time around. I think you're right. That's a bumper down. Nathan Ames is going to be on for a win here. And from 30th in his second heat, could win this race.
And that would mean he'd lock out second in the championship.
He would lock out second in the championship. He just needs to be within 5 seconds of Ollie Henwood. Harrison Pugh, what a drive from Harrison Pugh. He's up to 7th place. The novice. Well, that's a drive that will make the Pugh family very pleased after a very difficult last round. Right round the final corner. What a crazy race. Nathan Amos might take it on the line, but no, Oliver Henwood has it on the road, but we think he has a bumper down. Nathan Ames in second place and wraps up second place in the championship. Alex Keen's third, Daniel Hackett fourth. This is all changed right at the end. Alex Moody fifth, Harrison Pugh sixth. Jensen will be smiling about that at home. Look at how difficult it is to get the karts over the line. Bishal Patel 7th, 8th for Mason Weir, 9th Sam Heading, 10th for Ty Stansfield, Benjamin Southgate in 11th. This grid's completely changed in the last 2 laps. Christian Brooks 12th, Jake Yanagisawa 13th, Martin Auger gets home in 14th. Brilliant result for Martin. I think that's his best of the season so far. 15th for Alex Johnston there, 16th for Thomas Massarella. They're still all coming over the line just to see the checkered flag. Harvey Rybean 17th, Archie Forber 18th, Louis Johnson-Cool 19th. There's Thomas Byrne. Over a minute down. Have you ever seen a result like this? This driver's a minute down, but still on the lead lap of the race.
It's ridiculous,
after an 11-lap final. Oh, Stephanie Hobieka 21st, Tyler Reid, Ben McDowell, Scott Smith, Cameron Coombs, Hugo Gilbert, Brandon Matchell, Benjamin Watts, Lucas Ellingham and Jude Fernhout. Well, I can definitely say in my years of commentary, I have never, ever seen and commentated on a race quite like that. But I think we're right there. That's a bumper down for Ollie Henwood.
It was indeed. So Nathan Ames is going to take the provisional race win for that one, securing his second place in the championship. It's all good for Alex Keen's there. He gets through without a nose cone, and it looks to me like Daniel Hackett gets through as well. So your top 3, provisionally of course, Nathan Ames, Alex Keen and Daniel Hackett will take those top 3 spots after Oliver Henwood taking the race win on circuit but receiving a nose cone penalty.